You guys asked, so today I bring you my favorite secret vaulting and climbing spots in PUBG, Volume 1. Now I say Volume 1 because this is just a quick compilation of some of my early favorites, but you can definitely expect there to be more in the future. Not every single one of these will be hiding spots you can get to, as a few of them are more of just moves you can do with vaulting. But nonetheless, I've got some epic spots to show you. I'm going to first go through the ones that need explaining or require a comment, and then at the end of the video, I'm just going to play a bunch of the minor spots for you to watch and learn without commentary. Starting off with the military base and the infamous window climb. This one was already getting somewhat popular, so it's important for you to know about it and how it works so you can be ready to counter it if necessary. Now, this trick uses a ledge outside the second story window, and there's two ways to utilize this. The first simple move you can do is vault out a window on the second story and immediately push back against the wall so that you land on this ledge. Otherwise, you'll overshoot it and fall to the ground. Once here, you can wait and vault back into the room to surprise an enemy player. So always remember, in a tight situation, you can vault out onto this ledge to pop a heal or hide away from an enemy team that's searching the building. The second, more impressive move done here is climbing all the way up through the second story window from outside on the ground. Previously, I'd said I didn't find much of a reason to use the vault only key, but among many others, I'm finding this is one of them. The most effective way to perform this action is by splitting your keybinds, because you need to get against the wall on this little curb at the base of the building, then jump, not vault, jump along the wall onto this bottom windowsill, and once you've hit jump, you need to start mashing your vault only key. In my case, it's a custom thumb button on my mouse. But that's because as soon as you're within climbing distance of that second story ledge, the climb sequence should initiate. That's the best way I've found to do it. It's near impossible to perform from a standstill on the bottom windowsill, but if you manage to start the vault or climb as you're getting on top of the bottom windowsill, it should work and pull you up onto the next one. It's something you're just going to have to mess around with. You will get better at doing it consistently, but it is never going to work 100% of the time without fail on your first try. So you be the judge whether a situation is worth the risk of it taking a couple tries or not. And of course, now that you know about it, always check outside those windows for a sneaky player waiting to spring their trap. Also, last thing to point out, there are some windows at the military base you cannot do this at, such as all the ones that do not have this bottom windowsill. Next, we move over to the school, and this is just a quick tip, but those skinny windows along the back and side wall of the theater, also along the top of the gymnasium, are vaultable, which opens up even more plays inside that CQB arena. A couple things to point out: your character ignores the crossbars on those windows, so you don't have to worry about them. Also, I've found that I can only vault through them from the outside or the hallway side of the window. I've not yet been able to vault through any of those windows from the inside of the room. Alright, this next one I called before vaulting was even released, and I'm happy to confirm it works. At the hospital, you can now jump onto the fire escape railing, from there onto the top of the door, and then from the door you can climb onto the roof. This is an important one to know about because the fire escape has always been a great way to flank enemies, but previously there was only one way onto either of the rooftops. And with this new method, you now have a second option. Again, this works with both hospital fire escapes and is relatively easy to do. Next, we vault over to Novo. This is a pretty cool little sniper perch on the north end of Novo that was not accessible before, and it's a great place to wait and kill anyone who tries to leave the area. For this one, you climb up the stack of rusty cars and then climb onto the top of the fence. You run along the top, but you have to jump over two gaps in the fence. The first one, you have to land perfectly on this tiny spot here. From here, you want to inch your way to the left so that you're on the high part of this fence. That way you can get a tiny running start to make the second jump across. Overall, it's not too hard, and from here you can climb onto the container or even stay on the fence to have some cover to hide behind. Alright, last we go to the ruins. You've probably seen that you can get on some of these pillars. Kind of useless, but actually kind of fun too. In fact, I'll issue the Gargoyle Challenge. This challenge has to be done on a fog map to give it that creepy gargoyle vibe, but you must stand or crouch on top of one of these pillars like a statue until you get a kill from here. Have fun with that. I tried a few times, but the circle never cooperated with me. Okay, this next spot at the ruins is by far one of my favorites. You can climb these walls just like stairs all the way to the very top of the main ruin structure. It's not like super OP because you are pretty vulnerable from from some angles, but it is definitely an awesome place to lay down because no one will be checking up here, and you have a super amazing vantage point of this whole entire area. Last thing to make note of, one of the arches over a doorway is not a solid object, so you will fall through it to the ground and take damage. That's all I have for now. Like I said, this is only volume 1, so make sure to subscribe for more. I'm going to let the rest of these new little spots just play out for you so you can absorb that information, and until the next video, I will see you on the Battlegrounds.